Hello everybody and very warm welcome to this Heart to Heart show. My name is Elene Marsden and I am very excited this afternoon to have with me my guest, Lee Rickler. Now, Lee has come up with an amazing resource for anybody that's interested in using Google Hangouts, and we're going to have a chat to Lee about that. I have met Lee through Google Hangouts. You know, we haven't met in real life yet. I know he's in London. I know he is close to King's Cross Station and the new Google headquarters. We've had that conversation. And I know, Lee, you've just come back from a lovely holiday in Spain, is that right?
Yes, 37 degrees sitting on the beach to, was it -8, I think, and 15 jumpers.
You
So
are
that
not
was
kidding.
no,
Yeah, you're not kidding. It's pretty, you know, the temperature, it's become autumnal.
yeah,
Hold on one moment. Just closing that down. I will do that, you know, leave the recording going. There we are. Anyway, so you're right, us Brits, we do like to talk about the temperature, don't we? There's something, I don't know what it is. We have to get that out of our system first.
yeah. It's the #1 complaint of the day, right? Get up, complain about the weather, then get on with your life before the cup of tea.
Oh yeah, that's the one. It's definitely got to be a
Definitely,
cup of
yeah.
tea in the morning. So anyway, now we are going to throw open the Hangout later on so that anybody who's listening can join in and ask questions. But I'd like this to be all about showcasing Hangouts, what they're all about and how wonderful they are. I know that in America there are so many people with their own shows, doing lots of incredible things, and it's quite new here in the UK, isn't it, Lee?
It is, yeah, and that's it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you're trying to push your business towards Hangouts and get some advice and get help and tips and try things out. But it's also a good thing because nobody else is doing it, so you get in there first. You can learn all the tricks and the tips, and then you can start teaching other people.
Absolutely. And a good friend of mine is in America, and she's actually doing dog training hangouts for people who've got unwieldy dogs. And I think for her, she's the first person with this kind of show in the whole of America. You know, she's going to get her name out there. She's going to become really in great demand.
Definitely, definitely. And that's the thing as well. It's one thing embracing Hangouts in general, but also when you start to niche down on it as well and make it your, yes, I do dogs, but also I do training over a Hangout, over other platforms as well, and expands your, you know, your reach and your global audience as well.
Absolutely. So tell me, Lee, how did you get started on Hangouts? How did you find out about them?
Well, I signed up to Google Apps 3 years ago, 4 years ago, something like, I can't remember now, ages ago. And then Hangouts became the big thing, a year or two, three ago. But I didn't really take any notice of them. I didn't really have the time because it's a new thing. I had to sit down and practice and try and those kind of things. And then about 6 months ago, I decided, right, now's the time, right, okay, let's get into it. Let's see what this is all about, because then I can pass it on to my clients and give them the knowledge and the tips and the hints, those kind of things as well. But I found it really difficult to find people I could talk to about it. Most of the Hangouts that I saw, Hangouts on air, were US based. Or Japanese based, so the time difference, I'll be sitting there at 2 o'clock in the morning trying to listen, trying to concentrate, and found the UK was lacking in Hangouts itself. So we've been kind of pushing towards using them a lot, getting involved in Hangouts a lot, and then just making mistakes and just learning from there.
Yes, I was absolutely delighted today to find out that our local football team, Ipswich Town Football Club, had their very first ever Hangout. They had an event page, it was broadcast live at 2 o'clock, they had people ask questions, but what they didn't do, it was their first one, they didn't have people monitoring the questions, people who were watching, not part of the Hangout, but people who were watching. That wasn't taken care of. So there's little bits to learn, isn't there? And I think this is where you come in. Now, tell us what you're doing.
Well, as I said, it's like, you can start right at the beginning, but then, I want to run a Hangout, but what do I need? I don't know. I need maybe a producer, comment wrangler. I need guests. I need a host. I don't want to do the host bits. I want to do the guest bit, but who do I speak to about that? And in the usual point and stare way, if there isn't anything out there, build it. So we came out with Hangout Staff.com, which basically is what it says it is. It's Hangout Staff. The idea is if you want to get involved in Hangouts in any way, you can register yourself on there. It's all integrated with Google and Google Plus as well, so it brings in all of your profile information. So it's not yet another registration system. And then also, you'd say you're running this show. If you're looking for guests, you can go on there. You can drill down to search just for people who want to be a guest or a specific expertise area, and then just contact them via Google Plus as well. It saves you having to dig around for their email address and all those kind of things.
Well, that sounds really easy. The fact that it's linked to Google, like you say, you just connect to your Google profile, it pulls all the information, and then it populates, your website. Let's just go through the different kind of jobs that there are, because people who are listening in who might be totally new to this, there's the presenter, the person who's doing the interviewing. You might have somebody behind the scenes who's producing it, and then you might have what you call the comment wrangler. Is that did you come up with that too?
No, that's, I think Roddy Binslow or somebody mentioned it, and it just stuck. That's the easier way of saying it. It's comment tracker or comment wrangler or something like that.
Oh, I like that.
It's one of those things that there will be terms, and a load of people will use them, and then it'll just stick and become the default as well.
Yes. So, I mean, it's early days for your website, but do you want to actually share and just give us a little, glimpse?
Yeah, I can do. Yeah, if we go to, because we haven't really been promoting it yet, because obviously, what these things are like. Again, it's just get it up there, and then we worry about what it looks like and what it does once people start commenting on it and asking for specific things. So obviously the homepage, just basics about what is Hangout Staff, what is a Hangout. Obviously I'm not going to play the video. It's a Google video, and then you can if you want to, you can go straight to the member directory, and then do a search. For example, we've only got 7 members at the moment. Oh, who's that?
Early adopter.
So I can either go, you're in the UK. I can see you on Google Plus. What do you do? You're a host or a guest or a producer. I'm looking for a producer. You can get in touch straight away. So I can just click on that and go to your Google profile. Or if I don't really see anybody there that I like, then we can just search for somebody who's got an expertise in business or cookery, that kind of thing, or who just wants to be a host, or a guest, or anything you like as well. Over time, these categories will build up as well.
Yes, because there's all kinds of different. Do you want to take your screen off there?
Yeah.
There are all kinds of different sort of, if you like, shows. I mean, there's cookery shows. I've watched cookery shows. I've watched juicing shows. There's all kinds of different things, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely. And the expertise list can be endless. Adding stuff in there takes 2 seconds. So, if you want to, I want to be part of it, but I want to do car mechanics or something. Can you put me down as that? Then yes, that takes us 2 seconds just to add that in.
So it's hangoutstaff.com. I know there'll be links underneath this video for anyone that wants to find it. Also, one of the people that signed up is Mark Sadell. Now, he's quite popular in America because he's collating all the Hangout shows that are taking place. It's reasonably manageable at the moment, but I'm imagining very soon it's just going to take off. He's not going to be able to manage all of that.
And me and Mark have had quick conversations about maybe bringing some of his stuff over to mine and some of my stuff over to his. So it's all about collaboration as well, and joining in.
Definitely. So you are, Lee, you've got a business called Point and Stare.
Yep.
But that's the umbrella, and then this Hangout Staff comes underneath it.
Yeah, Point and Stare is the main company. It's an online production agency. We work with lots of different clients, essentially designing and developing all of their online stuff, which is why I need to know all about Hangouts as well, and need to know why I can present it to them and why they should be using those kind of things. Underneath that, as a sub company or sub product is Hangout Staff. There's a few others as well, like Amazewell, which are social media platforms for events as well. So we got lots of different little sub projects going on.
And aren't you going to have your own show coming up very soon?
Yeah, I totally forgot all about that one.
When is it, by the way?
The first one is going live in 2nd September. Again, we're going back to this fact that, yes, there's a load of Americans doing Hangouts. There's not many UK companies doing it. So we thought, me and another UK-based Hangouter, decided to set up Hangout. Yeah, UK Biz Hangouts. Again, it does what it says, for UK businesses to learn about Hangouts, to use them, and to abuse them to promote themselves. The first show is coming up on 2nd of September. Okay. It's at 2:30 in the afternoon. Again, we can put the link in the stream.
That would be excellent. Yes,
we've got two brilliant guests for the first show as well.
Well, one of the guests actually is in the Hangout right now, and I'm wondering if Stefan has got a question for Lee, or would just like to jump in and say a few words. Stefan.
Muted at the moment.
Okay, so Stefan, can you hear us all right? Yes, he can hear us, but I don't know if he's able to speak. It seems like he's muted himself there. There you go. Stefan?
There you go.
There he is. Can you speak? Do you want to ask a few questions there? Or say something to Lee?
I don't know how well you can hear me because we were struggling with hotel Wi-Fi.
Yes, it's a little bit echoey, but if you've got a quick question,
in fact,
comment.
If Michelle were to mute herself, or you mute Michelle, I think you'll find that the echo goes.
There you go.
How's that?
Perfect. Thank you very much, Stefan. We love troubleshooting live on air.
well, she's sat 4 feet away from me. That's why. That's why you're getting the echo. Where do you reckon this will go, Lee? For what I'm doing, and you know what I'm doing, what do you think I should be doing with Hangouts? Because you know that I've struggled to get my head around them, and you and Elene have been really helpful.
Yeah. You've kind of frozen there, but I'll jump in anyway. With anybody who's in business, I think they need to at least explore Hangouts and find out, look at the cost saving. For example, if you've got a big company and you've got staff all over the world, yes, you can fly directors in, all the rest of it, but why not set up a Hangout? Much easier. Yes, you could use other platforms as well, but they're usually either costly or time consuming. But also for somebody like you, you've got a niche product or service that you want to promote. Put yourself up there, set up your own shows, be guests on shows, and start putting yourself out there. It can only be positive marketing.
Because actually, Stefan, you are Director of 4 Networking, aren't you? You've written a book on business networking for dummies. So, you've got a lot of valuable information that you could share with your readers. And people would love to interact with you and ask you questions, I am sure, on your own show.
And I would definitely back that up as a business.
I'll make sure I've got a better
oh dear.
connection whilst I do it.
I think we know what you're trying to say. I think you want to be. I think your internet connection up in that Scottish hotel in the middle of nowhere maybe needs improvement.
But just to kind of carry on what I was saying, as a business, you know, sorry, as a business, networking is an essential part of it, of growing your business, and again, of getting out there and marketing yourself. And Stefan has got a huge amount of information on that, and lots of hints and tips. I've been in for networking for about 5-6 years. Every time I see Stefan doing a foresight, doing a talk about it, something else could, oh yeah, of course, yeah, I just remembered that. I should be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that. You know, and I've been doing it for that long. So new companies are starting up, people that are just not into networking. You know, you've got a lot of information to pass on to them.
I think so, and I think as well. I think same with these hangouts. You know, you hear things that you thought you already knew. You hear them in a different way. Somebody else speaks information, and you think, wow, and it's inspiring. So that's the other thing you can get from a hangout. You know, being inspirational and helping people with their businesses and their life potentially.
Definitely. And that's how it works as well. You give a load of stuff for free, you know, and you will be known for the person to go to, because you're the expert in this area. You're the expert in your chosen area, your chosen niche. A lot of people recommend me because they know that I do a lot of work with WordPress, for example. So I get a lot of contacts just out of thin air, just emailing or phoning or whatever, asking, oh, I need to speak to you because Stefan recommended you, or something like that as well.
I'm just looking at some of the comments coming in. I'm the comment wrangler at the moment, and we've got Cheryl Juice is saying, I miss the old point and stare profile photo, Lee. I don't know what you've done with that.
That one, yeah. I went a bit. It was nice and sunny the other week, so I took a quick photo out of the back of the office, and there was a little bit of a smile there, and people say that I've got a miserable face, so I thought I'll put that one on there. And now people complaining it's too smiley, so I can never win.
Maybe one on the beach in Spain.
No, you don't want to, no. That'll put people right off. That will.
Oh dear. So we're both of us. We're going to have our own shows, and my show is every Thursday. You know, I just want to invite people in to share the information that they have with the community. Particularly, I'm interested in email marketing and databases. That's my thing. But you know, that if anyone is interested in joining my show, please come along. You know, I'm more than happy. Would love, you know, for people to get in touch. And actually, I can also use your resource as well.
Definitely, yeah. I'll have to put database and
email marketing
specialities and email marketing in there as well.
No, it doesn't sound very exciting, but with anything you do, you need to have this list. You need to have a list to keep in touch with. So there we are. It's the fundamentals almost.
Yeah. I just on email list as well. Years ago, I had an email list. Then it kind of, you know, people got fed up with emails all the time. Now I'm hearing that email lists are becoming, you know, the way to contact your old clients again. Is that yes or no?
Well, I would say, I mean, you know, I've got quite a large list. I don't send out every day like some people do. I try to make sure, you know, I'm measured by the amount of information I send. And the other thing is I want to send stuff that's of value, that people think, oh, I didn't know that. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting resource. So, you know, you have to know your own audience and, you know, not be pushing stuff all the time. Although some people are of the opinion you just keep pushing until people unsubscribe. I don't agree with that myself.
Well, they come around with a baseball bat, yeah.
Indeed, indeed. So should we try and see if Stefan wants to say anything else?
Yep.
Because, you know, let's go for it. Stefan, are there any other thoughts from you?
No, I'm taken with this now. I wasn't getting it a couple of weeks ago before I first talked to you, Elaine, and before Lee started selling the idea to me. I can really see how I'm making the effort to do this now when I've got a better connection.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, I think there are a few fundamentals. You know, you need broadband that you can plug straight into the connection rather than Wi-Fi. You know, a good camera, Logitech camera, and you know, headset. You know, so that there's no feedback, and you know, and just check your background. You know, just those are the simple things, and just practice by jumping into other people's Hangouts if you can, because that's how you learn. It's like learning on the job, really.
Well, that's what I did last week, wasn't it? Jumped into one of yours.
Yes, that was so funny.
Incognito.
That was so funny. I just sort of hang out as an experiment to invite anyone to come in and do an elevator pitch. You know, little did I know with the master elevator pitch networker was going to be in my midst. I thought I didn't know what you were. I didn't know what job you might have had, and there, lo and behold, it was perfect. You did a very good, 60-second pitch there, which is actually on my YouTube channel. If anyone wants to watch it, look.
I've shared it this afternoon.
Thank you. Thanks so much. Great. So, Lee, anything else you want to say?
There's I always kind of push people to go and attend events as well. Mainly because of the other product, the amazing product, but that's another thing altogether. But there is a good a UK networking event coming up in September as well. Steph's speaking there. Just so happens, which is, where is it? It's the Business Networking Show. If you go to, I think it's businessnetworkingshow.com or something like that, that will give you all the information. It's being held in Wolverhampton. I'm trying to find out when the date is.
We'll put it in the event page. Yeah, we'll put it in the event page so that people, who knows, we might all end up meeting in real life.
Yep, and I'll be there, and if anybody else wants to ask some questions and they can't get to email or whatever, but they can get to Wolverhampton by any magical chariot ride, come and speak to me and give us a poke, and we can run a test hangout as well. We'll be doing that we have a few machines up there we can practice on.
That's a great idea. I'm planning to do something very similar to a conference that I'll be attending in November, an opportunity to get the Hangout technology set up so people can go live, for little short bursts of the day and share their business with the rest of the world. Now, there's a comment here from your friend Nick Rink, who said he can't remember the last time I watched a Hangout without seeing Lee Rickler in the comment stream.
I think it's turned into my groupie. That's what it is. You invite them in to do something, and that's it. They're just hanging around.
Yep, indeed. Yeah.
The business networking shows in Wolverhampton Racecourse on Friday the 19th of September. That was it. I knew it was September, but I couldn't remember what date.
Okay.
I've just shared the screen.
Oh, there we are. Look there.
There you go.
There it is, and Stefan is going to be talking there. You can see, get your tickets. The world's largest networking event, fantastic, with an opportunity to see Lee live in action with his Hangout show. Cool. Fantastic, that sounds brilliant. Yeah, I think there's plenty of large business networking events going on. Let's get the Hangouts out there so that people can, really understand what they're all about. Because I think it is a little bit of a learning curve, isn't it? People don't understand it, and until you've actually experienced it. And the other thing with these Hangouts is they keep on giving. Because once we've had this Hangout, it's going to go straight to my YouTube channel, put lots of keywords in the video, and it'll be found later on. And often people interact days, weeks after the Hangout.
Yep, and also, of course, you can pull out all the audio, make a podcast out of it, and things like that as well, and edit all the ums and the ahs out as well.
Wait, you haven't got any of those. You just on cue. You did an There we go. So now I'm going to throw you in at the deep end now, Lee.
Yep.
Because I didn't prepare you for this. But have you got a favourite kind of motivational phrase or something that kind of spurs you to action in your day? There's two. One I probably can't broadcast. Okay.
Because some people cringe when I say it. But the other one is "Morning, Daddy." That always gets me up.
Morning, Daddy.
Yeah. You can't have a bigger motivation than that to get up and do stuff during the day.
I'm with you. So, how old is your little person that says "Morning, Daddy"?
4. Coming up to 4 3/4.
Oh.
You can't forget the 3/4 bit.
Oh, fantastic. They keep you young at that age, don't they? Keep you on your toes. But, eventually they will get to come and knock on your door and give you a cup of tea in bed, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
A few more years
And,
yet.
Yeah, we're getting them there.
Brilliant. Okay then, so have we said everything we needed to? We've mentioned your wonderful resource that I'm so pleased you're sharing that with the UK. Is it open to anyone from outside the UK to sign up, or
What, Hangout Staff? Hangout
yeah?
Staff? Yeah, Hangout Staff is open to anybody. Anybody
Okay.
who wants to be involved in Hangouts themselves. UK Business Networks, UK Biz Hangouts. Yes, it's open to everybody, but it's predominantly based around UK businesses. We're not going to kick people out just because they're not based in the UK. Who's to say that they're not into doing trade with a UK business? Mainly is just to promote UK businesses on Hangouts. You can't get more simpler than that. And again, it's going back to being the first. Get out there, just do it, see what happens, learn your mistakes, and become the go-to person for that platform.
And to not worry about making mistakes. I mean, I've made a little mistake this earlier on with the sound, but they're live, they're authentic, things happen, and you just got to get on with it, really.
And I think that's a good thing about Hangouts as well, is if you do make a mistake, nobody's going to go, ha ha ha, you made a mistake. They're going to go, oh, 1 minute, you made a mistake, let me just correct that for you. And they'll be there helping you as well, and encouraging you to not make the mistakes.
Yes, absolutely. And then the other thing, just I'd like to end on, sometimes in a hangout that may be an hour or half an hour, there's often a gem that comes out of that hangout, a great piece of information. And the power of these hangouts is that you can kind of take that gem and create a little mini clip or a snippet from it, and then share that and make it very accessible to a wider audience.
I saw your little elevator pitch you did from Steph.
Yes.
From your other hangout. I thought it was quite good. I was going to break it down into a smaller chunk, actually, like a little 5-second loop, but I haven't had time to do that yet. And Steph doesn't know about that.
Yeah. That sounds. I'd like to see that. I can imagine that on a loop. It could be funny. Okay then. So I am going to stop the hangout in a very short while, but I'm going to post the link on the event so that if anybody wants to jump in and practice and just ask a few questions, we're going to be live. We're going to be available for the next 15 minutes. So do come and join us. Okay, so the link will be posted in the live event, and we'd love to see you. But I'm just going to end on this note. Thanks ever so much for joining us. Really appreciate you coming along. Come back next week, won't you? Because next week I have got 2 people from San Diego in America, who've got the biggest app, Facebook app, which is incredible. It's called 22 Social. And they're going to come and tell us all about this. But it's such a great asset. I know we're more Google, but if you are still using Facebook and you want to find out a lot more about this, come and join me, same time next week, Thursday. Till then, see you for now. Bye for now.